Okay, this is the week 8 intern reflection. And reflecting back on this week, I was only there 2 days. I was gonna work Friday, but then I was like, no, I don't think I need to go in. I also have to catch up desperately on schoolwork since I've got 3 papers and 2 exams this week. So I just really needed to catch up on all that, even though I did some of it over break. I just briefed cases. And it was a nice refreshing break, and to come in and I got a lot done. So I think I'm most proud of this week was being able to get my SER report done, like completely done. Like CLA is all done, and that made me very happy. And to be able to accomplish that much, I've had it since like the beginning, like week 2, so it took quite some time, and it was one of those learning curves that I had to get over because I was familiar with Excel, but I wasn't familiar with Excel in a way where I'm working with it consistently. Like it was one of those things where I was like doing like here or there, and then to get over that learning curve and be able to complete the SER report made me happy, because I also, along with that, gained confidence in what I was doing. So that's what really made me happy, is like that was like one of my unwritten goals that I had, was getting good, like sharpening my skills. And I think I clarified a little bit that and those skills was like Excel or something like that, or like outreach or something and I'm happy that I got that done. And then I got a lot of different courses and clips done. So I finished the AI policy, and then I got American government done, and then I got another professor for Poll 430 that I'm gonna do his clips coming this week, and then working into the next week to try and get those done, since it's a topic that I'm doing, and then 5 minute challenge has a lot to do with those. So I think I can double up on the work there and probably just leech off of the clips that I make for him, since they're very similar. And I think moving forward with my personal and professional goals, professionalism, I'm very happy to be where I'm at, and I've kind of gotten used to it, and it's getting a lot better for me professionally. Just in my way, it was communicating myself, and I feel like talking and making things short and professional was one of those things that I was really concentrating on and really working towards a lot more. So I'm happy that I was able to get through that and really be able to be professional and explain myself in a more professional manner than just yapping away, because sometimes I'll just yap without thinking. And really just sitting and thinking and slowing down has really helped me a lot more. And that's just one of those things that I want to do personally and professionally a lot more, so I can actually sound like an intelligent person who knows what they're talking about, rather than rambling, because sometimes I just ramble. And I think that's one of the things that made me happy this week, was that I sat down and slowed down a lot more. And like I said, getting my class visits done. I have another class visit on Tuesday for American government, and then I have another one, I think, the week after that for Poll 430. So I don't know how many class visits that'll be. I think 2, that'll be 4, and then I need my 5th, and I'm waiting back on responses for a 5th one. And that was another thing that I was working on, is I got over the fear of rejection, or nobody responding to me, and now it's gotten to the point where I'm now trying to prioritize responding to emails so professors aren't left in the dark. And that's important to me because, first of all, my professors who email me for class, then I have the professors that I email for work or other professionals, and then there's also the grad school professors that I also need to focus on, getting back with and emailing them, because I think on Tuesday I have a meeting with one of them at 11:30. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to check back on that, but I really need to make sure that that's in order. And then with that, it's just organization in general. I feel like I'm becoming a more organized person, and I've got my little sticky notes, my little list of things that I did during the week, and I've got all the stuff that I do written down, the goals that I accomplished written down. So that's really helped me a lot more in getting more done. And then some moments from this week that I wish could be better would definitely be my organization, prioritizing emails, and then staying on task. I know you told me to after I do something for a while, because sometimes Excel and spreadsheets can be mundane, or even the courses and clips, those can get mundane after a while if you're just listening to it. So taking little short mental breaks, or just taking a walk, doing something else, looking at something else, has helped me a lot more. But it's still a struggle, especially when I get locked into something and I want to keep on going and going. And I think that's one of the things that I apply to school also is like when I work on a paper and it's like a 10-page paper or something, I just want to sit down and do it. But then eventually, like, I'm getting burnt out. I'm burning my brain out. I need to take a break. And then one of the things I wish I could have done differently was definitely my Excel skills, or like communicating with Ellie about the Big Ten emails was one of the things that like we kind of wasted time on and wish we could have done better at, because it took us like 2 weeks to figure out what system we wanted to do and like what was going to be most efficient. And I guess it was more trial and error, where we were like, okay, like highlight this list, like I'll do this list, or like you do this list, and then we were just working on it. And then we were going through the professors, but then as we were going through the professors, we're adding them, so that was taking up time. So we decided, like, you know what, like we're gonna get through school, highlight it yellow once we get through like who's there and who's not there. Then afterwards we're going to go back and add in professors, so we're not wasting time on like focused on who needs to be there and who doesn't need to be there. And really this week I focused a lot more on like my self-introduction, because I think for me, like, that's one of the things that made me nervous. And I think for the next week coming in, I think that's what I want to do, is work a lot more on my communication, like not communication, well, yes, but when I do a class visit, on how to express these things, because I have it in my head and like I will rehearse it in my head, or like talk to myself in my car when I'm driving or something, or like I just talk to myself in general. So being able to actually execute this would be great. And then especially with my self-introduction to people and how I introduce myself is another thing that I want to work on. And I think that just comes from like general like shyness or being awkward around certain things. Even though like I've been doing that all my life, I feel like it's really strange, and it surprises me a lot that I'm a bit strange when it comes to like introducing myself, or like self-introductions. But for Thursday, really I was focused more on like responding to my emails and like working on the Big Ten emails, and like getting that list like actually like polished is what I was working on more on Thursday. So I took the day to just respond to emails and actually get that done. And I've also been kind of leeching off the Big Ten emails to also find potential like professors for grad schools, which I didn't mean to do. Like, it just happened by coincidence, where like last month I emailed Dr. Piazza from Penn State and talked to him on Zoom about this, and he was interested in it, and I didn't know we were doing this list last month. So I think that was like a cool coincidence that happened, and I just thought that was a really cool thing. And then I have some other goals right now, and it's more like my goals for Excel and like professional writing and like public speaking, because even though I consider myself good at public speaking, I don't think it's where it needs to be, just because like I haven't taken a speech class or haven't gotten in front of people too much in my years in college. So I'm also participating in the 5-minute challenge, which I think will help me a lot more focus on how I articulate myself, how I explain things, and how to be concise with it. So I think that's really going to be one of the bigger reasons I applied. And then like my outreach, I need more confidence with it. I've been reaching out to professors nonstop, re-emailing them, got to the new batch. We're at the new batch. And I'm just going with it. And then like my LinkedIn learning and everything, that's another goal. I want to start doing my LinkedIn learning. I get on it and then I don't really do anything on there, and I just like search and scroll through LinkedIn instead, because I just like it. I scroll through that, and then like I used LinkedIn recently to find like different pizza and politics topics, which I thought was really cool. And then like coming up with the topics was a really great way to like collaborate with Ellie and Autumn on like what topics we should be doing. So we came up with 3 good topics, which was pretty interesting, because like we got input from everyone in like a different area and like different ideas. So I thought that was really cool this week to do. So I think that was about it for this week. And like my goal setting, I just want to work a lot more on goal setting, because now they've like changed from the beginning of the year to now. Since I've like met certain goals, now I want to do new goals. So I'm really excited for the next week to like work more on public speaking, outreach, staying on task, and being more clear and concise with things, and really just like my organization in general is one of the things that I really want to work on this week.